You got some ideas, don't you? Yeah. Hi everyone, it's Amanda and Sophie. You say hi, Sophie. You say hi. Yeah. We are here to do Sophia's 4-month update. We're on 4 months already, aren't we? How did that happen? The time is just flying. Look at her, she wants to sit up. Yes, we want to sit up. Yeah. So the time is just flying, and here we are at 4 months old, and she is just doing wonderfully. I love this little munchkin to pieces. Yes, I just love this little munchkin. So, main things for this month is she is definitely set in a schedule now. She loves her schedule. So, you know, I think I mentioned the schedule that we had before, and it's just about the same now. She usually wakes up around 8 in the morning, and sometimes she'll go a little later, sometimes she'll go a little earlier. She'll wake up at 7:30 sometimes, but most of the time it's right around 8, around the same time that her brother gets up. And so she is basically fully sleeping through the night now, doing like 11-12 hours at night. There are exceptions. There are occasions when she wakes up. Mostly when she wakes up, it's early in the morning. Once or twice since it's been so hot and we leave her window open with the fan running, sometimes it actually cools off quite a bit, and that will wake her up in the night, but she'll just go right back to sleep if I nurse her. So, but for the most part, yeah, she's fully sleeping through the night, which means mommy is fully sleeping through the night, so that's excellent. At least as much as mommy can sleep through the night, being a night owl. But that has nothing to do with her. When she wakes up from her naps and wakes up in the morning now, she doesn't cry. She used to cry when she woke up, but now she just sits in a room and she chats. Don't ya? You just chit-chat, don't ya? She's just blabbering. She's going to be a talker like her brother. Oh my goodness. I'll insert a couple clips here of her talking, but she just, you know, she makes all sorts of these varied noises, and yeah, you're gonna do it now? And she's just like, ga, ga, yeah, and squeals. Of course, my impression is not nearly as cute as her doing it. You got some ideas, don't you? Yeah. But yeah, it's just amazing how many sounds she's trying to make with her voice now. It's really cute. And she just likes to talk a lot when she is bored, like when she's waiting for us to come get her after she wakes up, or, you know, if I'm tending to Alex and she's singing her swing or her little activity center or whatever, she just sits there and chats. Don't chat. Yeah. And she's still just a happy baby. The only time that she gets really upset now is when she is off of her schedule. And so she's definitely like her brother in that she's very routine oriented and an awesome sleeper when she's on her schedule. You probably saw my vlog of when we went to the San Juan Islands this last week, and she was very much off of her schedule, and she did great for the first half of the day, but the last half of the day was just a nightmare. She was just a non-stop cranky pants, weren't you? Yeah, because we were just out of the norm. She stands just holding her hands now, and she loves standing up. Like if she's cranky and, you know, it's not quite time to put her down for nap or whatever, you just stand her up like this, or normally when she's facing me, she loves it. She loves standing up. Don't ya? And because she's able to, you know, stand just with, you know, that much support just at her hips or her hands, I started putting her in the little activity center. You know, the little activity thing that has all the little baby toys around it that she can manipulate. So, and speaking of which, she is really starting to use her hands. It's really cute. Sometimes she'll just like stare at her hands like, wow, these things are amazing. It's really funny. She just like looks at them in awe. Yeah, finding out how those things work is pretty cool, huh? She is ready to nurse. We're gonna do that right now. So that's the only other thing, other than being tired, she'll fuss about being hungry. Although she doesn't fuss nearly as much about being hungry as she does when she's tired and out of her schedule. So, like, I don't even know if you can see here, but while she's nursing, she's always grabbing my shirt or my finger or whatever she can get a hold of. She just is really into figuring out her hands right now. It's really sweet. She just loves those little crinkle toys and like any kind of fabric or lovey with textures, anything with interesting textures. She's so into right now. She just explores it, and she's definitely into the phase of when she gets anything in her hand, it goes straight in the mouth. So I'm thinking that might be just the very, very beginning stages of teething. I know it could be a few more months before she actually gets a tooth erupting, but she has been a little drool factory, and she is putting everything in her mouth. Something is just beginnings of teething happening there. And speaking of putting things in her mouth, she is a 100% genuine thumb sucker now. She loves sucking her thumb, and it's so sweet too. I love how she does it. She still hasn't figured out how to curl her fingers down, so she's still, when she sucks her thumb, her fingers are still up on her nose and her eyes. It's really cute. And so that's definitely her mode of comfort right now. That and the white noise, like I mentioned before, it's amazing. When she's really upset, the white noise really calms her down. So that is definitely our go-to. I always have my phone on me wherever we are, and I have my little white noise app, so I can always just turn it on if she's getting cranky, and that usually helps us. So she's definitely all about the thumb and the white noise. And she's a very curious little thing. She reminds me a lot of Alex in that way. She just has the biggest eyes, and she's just always taking everything in and just so curious about everything. And because of that, she loves to be facing out when she's being carried. Almost all of the carriers I have are made for face in, and she really, I mean, she will tolerate being face in, especially if she's tired and wants to go to sleep. But if she's awake and alert, she really wants to see what's going on. And so fortunately, the only carrier that I have right now that is face out is the Moby, since I gave my baby Bjorn away. If we're around the house, I'll just put her in the Moby because I can put her face out that way. I did order a ring sling. I may do a video on that here down the road. So far, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not that comfortable to me. Maybe it's just being a massage therapist. I'm all about ergonomics and having weight evenly distributed on both shoulders, but I find it uncomfortable to have all the weight on one shoulder. But I think I need to play with it some more too, just to get more comfortable with getting her situated in there right and getting the fabric around her in the right way and on me on the right way. I'll probably figure it out, but I did get one of those so that I can have her on my hip while I'm doing things around the house, but I'm still trying to figure that out because currently I don't like it, and she doesn't like it either. When I put her in there, she starts crying, so we'll see. I hope I can figure it out because I want to like the ring sling, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, she definitely loves being face out when she's awake and alert, and loves, you know, seeing what's going on. She's a curious little thing. And she found her foot the other day. She's not real consistent about it yet, but she did, when I was changing her diaper, she did pull her foot up, like, and she had it in her hands. She hasn't figured out how to suck on her toes yet. That's the next milestone. But she has found her feet, and she's very interested in them. In terms of size, she is still pretty average in terms of height and weight. She'll have her 4-month appointment next week, and I'll have her weighed then. Last month she was still 12 pounds, I think, so I'm guessing she's like 13, 14 pounds now. So she's much smaller than her brother was. He was 16, 17 pounds at this age. He was huge. I mean, he was topping the charts, height, weight, head, everything. And she's much more average size. So she, you know, at 4 months is fitting in 3 to 6 month clothes. So she's a normal size, but compared to Alex, she just seems like a little peanut to me. Although she is starting to chunk out just a little bit. She's getting that baby fat. And she's quite the smiler. You just look at her and she just lights up. She's just such a happy baby.
Yeah. So happy. So happy.
It's great. She's actually starting to laugh now at things. I just noticed the other day when I was tickling her, she started laughing. And sometimes if you just, you know, like really interact close with her or do something, whatever it is that she finds funny, she'll giggle a little bit now. And that's still not super consistent, but she has, you know, had a little belly laugh a few times now. It's adorable. You're trying. You're trying. You just rolled over for the first time. Oh, are you so proud of yourself? Are you so proud of yourself? Good job. High five. High five. Yeah, good job, sweetheart. Enjoying this phase, this 4-month-old phase where she's, you know, really starting to get interactive, but she's still so cute and little and snuggly and innocent, you know. All right, we're all done nursing now, huh? Yeah. So that is mostly it for her update. And I'm sure I'll think of other things once I'm done filming. Oh, excuse you. I'm sure I'll think of other things once I'm done filming, but I think those are the main things. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't seen my 4-month postpartum update, be sure to check that out below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be having lots more videos coming up this next month. And we'll see you in the next video. You say bye-bye, little bubble blower. Yeah, bye-bye. You say bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.